Okay, so today we're going deep on something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
It's fiction.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a story called Buyao Iyabal.
Cacao limbo.
And that translates roughly to "We don't want old ball."
Catchy.
Yeah. So
Uh,
as we go through this, I think you'll see why that title is so.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
And it seems to be, a form of contemporary social commentary.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And it focuses on the experiences of a Shangxing,
Shangzi.
which is a township chief
Right.
in China,
Okay.
and his name is Liu Hao,
Wu Hao.
and his kind of aspirations for promotion within the local bureaucracy.
I see. So we're going inside Chinese local government.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
And what we're going to try to unpack today is this seemingly paradoxical situation that he finds himself in regarding his career advancement,
Okay.
and what this might tell us about the dynamics at play.
Yeah. Some of those sort of unspoken rules of the game.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So, so to start off, we have Liu Hao,
Liu Hao?
this township chief,
Township chief.
and he's known for being, honest and well regarded by the common people.
Ah. So very much a man of the people, it seems.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he desires a promotion to the county level.
So he wants to move up in the world.
Exactly.
Okay.
But despite repeated recommendations from the populace, during evaluations for these promotions.
So, like, when it comes time to see who's going to get promoted,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people are saying, this guy.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's consistently passed over
Oh, really?
while his colleagues are advancing.
Interesting.
And this leads to a lot of frustration on his part.
Understandably so.
Yeah, and this feeling of being overlooked.
You're like, what am I doing wrong? Right.
Right.
Okay.
So there's this really great line that the author uses,
Okay.
where Liu Hao kind of describes his feelings, and he says he feels like yesterday's leftover woman, and this idea of an unwanted woman is kind of. Yeah.
Like a spinster.
Yeah, exactly, and it really kind of emphasizes this feeling of being passed over.
Yeah, like he's reached his expiration date.
Exactly.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's feeling overlooked.
Yeah.
He's feeling unwanted.
Mhm.
What happens next?
Well, so there's a turning point in the story
All right.
where an opportunity for promotion to the deputy county level arises.
Oh, so this is his chance.
Exactly.
Okay.
And a group of his well-meaning friends.
Oh, bless their hearts.
I know, right?
Trying to help out their buddy.
Yeah, they want to see him succeed.
Yeah.
Without informing him.
Oh, so behind his back.
Behind his back, they enlist the help of his former classmate, Guan Qiu,
Guan Qiao.
who's now working in the municipal government.
Ah, so they've got connections.
Yes, someone on the inside,
Okay.
right?
Interesting.
And so they're kind of hoping that, he can pull some strings.
Sure.
Or maybe just put in a good word.
Yeah. It's a little bit of influence.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Liu Hao and Guan Qiao reconnect.
All right, old friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After all this time.
Yeah.
And, they're kind of reminiscing and catching up.
Yeah.
But Guan Qiao kind of hints at these unspoken secrets of officialdom.
Secrets. Huh.
Yeah. And almost suggests that Liu Hao's, straightforward honesty
Yeah.
might actually be working against him. So he's too honest.
Right, and Liu Hao kind of proudly states,
Yeah.
I hate corruption. I'm not
Well,
gonna.
play those games.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, try to curry favor with my superiors.
Yeah.
And so you can already kind of see this.
This difference in how they view things.
Exactly, this clash
Yeah.
between,
Yeah.
Liu Hao's idealism
Yeah.
and Guan Qiao's kind of more
Pragmatic.
pragmatic, yeah,
Cynical, maybe even.
maybe even cynical,
Yeah.
view of the system.
Okay, so there's tension.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what happens?
Well, so after the evaluation,
Okay.
Liu Hao reaches out to Guan Qiao.
Naturally checking in.
Yeah, how'd it go?
Okay.
And Guan Qiao informs him that while he received many positive recommendations from the people,
So the people still love him.
they love him.
Okay.
But there are these rumors circulating that he's operating a small coffer
Oh.
and that he's exceeding entertainment budgets for his superiors.
So like slush funds and things like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And, for the listener out there, a small coffer is
Yeah.
basically like unofficial funds.
Like hidden money.
Yeah, like off the books money.
No, okay.
And so, of course, this is like the opposite of
Yeah.
what Liu Hao stands for.
Total contradiction.
Right. And he's just,
So he's furious.
he's furious.
Yeah.
He's so offended by this slander.
Right.
And he demands an investigation.
Wow. So he really wants to clear his name.
He wants to clear his name.
Okay.
And he says, my reputation is more important to me than this promotion.
He's standing by his principles.
Exactly.
But Guan Cao's response is kind of, dismissive
Okay.
and cynical.
Uh-oh.
He says, don't be so concerned about getting your shoes wet when you cross the river.
Oh, I see what he's doing there.
Yeah, and it's this implication that, compromise is just part of the system.
Yeah. You can't stay clean.
Exactly. And Liu Hao rejects this completely.
Of course he does.
He says, no, I will not do that.
Yeah.
And so that brings us to the end of the first part of our deep dive today.
Okay, so we've left Liu Hao
Yeah.
in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah. He's feeling disheartened.
Yeah.
He thinks that, his chances are ruined
Yeah.
and that, his reputation might be damaged in the process.
Just for trying to do the right thing.
Exactly. Tough
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, so it kind of seems like, the bad guys are winning.
Yeah. Does it end there?
It doesn't end there.
Okay, good.
There's a twist.
Yeah.
So, despite his despair,
Yeah.
Liu Hao receives news that he has been appointed as the deputy county chief.
What?
I know. So he got the promotion.
He got the promotion.
After all that.
I know.
Wow.
Crazy,
Yeah.
right? And so initially, he's overjoyed.
Yeah.
He feels vindicated,
Yeah.
like, justice has prevailed.
Yeah, good has triumphed over evil.
Right. The system worked,
The system worked. Right.
And so Guan Cao comes to visit him to offer his congratulations.
Oh, this will be good.
Right.
Yeah.
And Liu Hao, feeling so grateful,
Yeah.
expresses his appreciation,
Yeah.
and says, you really helped me out here.
He thinks Guan Qiu had his back this whole time.
Exactly.
Well, this is going to be painful.
I know.
Yeah.
So, and then Guan Cao drops this bombshell.
Yeah.
And he says, with what the story describes, a knowing smile,
Oh.
I didn't speak well of you.
What?
And he says, in fact,
Yeah.
I fabricated those rumors
Oh, my gosh.
about the small coffer
He threw him under the bus
and the entertainment expenses.
and backed up over him.
Right. And Liu Hao's just like,
Way.
speechless,
Yeah.
Shocked.
Completely betrayed.
betrayed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Guan Qiao goes on to explain his logic.
Okay, so there's a method to the madness.
He says the county leadership,
Yeah.
they don't want an old Bao.
An old Bao.
And for the listener out there, Bao Zhang
Yeah.
is a historical figure in China
Right.
known for his, unwavering honesty.
Okay, so the incorruptible official.
Exactly, the incorruptible official.
Right.
And so Guan Qiao is basically saying, they see someone like that as a time bomb.
A time bomb.
Yeah, someone who's
Rigid.
too rigid, too inflexible,
Not a team player.
not a team player.
Interesting.
They want a right-hand man,
A right-hand man.
someone they can rely on.
Just someone who will play the game.
Exactly, someone
like
who's,
that.
going to be predictable.
Yeah.
And so his logic is that
Yeah.
by making Liu Hao look bad,
Yeah.
by giving him these flaws,
He actually made him more palatable to the leadership.
so they wouldn't be afraid of him.
Right, because he seemed like he might be willing to compromise.
Right, like he's not this Boy Scout.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's this really cynical.
Like incredibly.
I had no
right-
idea that,
Yeah.
sometimes flaws
Yeah.
can be beneficial.
Um,
And so Liu Hao is just,
Yeah.
completely floored.
Mind blown.
I know, he's struggling to process this.
Yeah.
He's questioning
The system.
everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is the
Yeah.
system that I've been trying to...
Yeah. What have I been working towards?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.